Okay, let me know if I have sound now. Thank you. Don't hear anything. Let me check my audio. Let me know if that helped. Can you hear me now? Yes. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Woohoo! All right, I hope the sound is good. I'm so excited. So I have been working all week on the Acrylic 101 course to get it uploaded to the Tribe Library and to have it available for all of those people who were a part of it. And my audio is really bad in some of those videos. So I just gave me a little birthday present / Christmas present, and I bought me a brand new mic system. It's not in yet. I have to wait for it to come in. But yeah, my audio is like horrible. So we're going to have some better audio coming soon. Hello, Allison. Yeah, you can hear me. Thank you, Elizabeth. And as I was saying, Elizabeth, your cookies are amazing. I actually have a picture I was supposed to send you last night of Michael eating the cookies after dinner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Loretti. Is it Loretti? Loretti? That's a pretty name. Loretti Lynn. I love it. Pat and Christy and Diana, how are y'all doing? I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, so we have a lot of cool things coming up. If you're a part of the Christmas window course, that's going on right now every night at 7 p.m. Central. I taught Monday night and Tuesday night in that class. This pop-up paint party is coming up. Registration is not open yet. It's going to be open Saturday, November 20th. So we're going to do this pop-up paint party for only $10. Only $10 for this pop-up paint party. It's going to be 3 nights. And we're even going to show you how to make the wooden DIY frame for it. So registration for that is coming up. The Acrylic 101 course will be available come December 1st. So yeah, we have all kind of fun things happening. And we have Thanksgiving coming up this week. I need some good recipes. We're only going to be me, my husband, Michael, and my son, Cole. So it's only going to be us 3. I bought the turkey. I bought the fryer, all that good stuff because we love fried turkey. But I need some good side recipes. So if y'all have any, send them my way. I want to show you what we're going to do today. So my new technique is actually kind of like 2 techniques in one. I bought these old cabinets at an old antique store. Okay, they're super light. Let me put this bigger so y'all can see actually what I'm doing, because I don't think y'all can see me. Okay, so let me move this out of the camera. So I bought these old cabinets, and they're not heavy at all. I actually bought them when the Fab Four went to Kentucky. When we went to Kentucky, these are some of my finds. Elizabeth found glass. Elizabeth Road Studio for the glass and resin. She found glass. I found wood. I love to paint on wood, and it's my most favorite item to paint on, especially old wood. So I just want to show you some of the things that I bought. I bought like about 7 or 8 of these, and I don't remember how much they were. They were at an antique store. They might have been like, go out and come back in. It's you. Yeah, Monica, sometimes it just does that. You just have to refresh it. I don't know, maybe $5 a piece, something like that. And they're still kind of like, dirty, I guess. I didn't clean them. I have some baby wipes, and I'm just going to wipe them down. We're going to paint today. We're going to paint a Christmas scene on them, but I need your help. So this is going to be an interactive lesson. And the Christmas scene, first thing I need for y'all to do is tell me which one do you think I should paint on? The white one that is already kind of distressed, or the brown one that does not have paint on it. Okay, so which one? The white one or the brown one? Now, I already know that I am not going to paint past the panel that's raised. I'm going to tape it off for the beginning of the painting. I've already decided that. And then we're going to do something fun with the rest of the wood. So, depends on the scene. Okay, so I will tell you what the scene's going to be. It's going to be a super, super, super snowy outdoor kind of like Christmas tree scene. And it's going to be very monochromatic, meaning that I'm only going to be using black, white, and red. Okay? The red's going to come in just on a few little things. Okay, so it's going to be using basically black and white. This is going to be a black and white painting, and with a little bit of red in it. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know I'm asking y'all opinion, but I'm thinking the dark color is gonna do better because of the snow. If we do it on the white and we're doing a snowy scene, it's gonna be really hard to see that sprinkly of snow. Y'all agree with me there? I mean, I could put a darker shade on top to start us off, but what do y'all think? On the brown, white. Okay, white background, white. Jen, this is Curry. Glad you can be on the guys today. Getting back from helping out with friendship. Hey, I'm helping out with granddaughters. Yay. Hi, Curry. We're so glad you're here. I agree. Brown, brown, brown. Depends on the scene. White, 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 brown. Okay, so I'm going to go with my first gut, which is brown. Okay, actually, the brown is a little bit bigger than the white one, you can see. But they're so cool. I love them. Okay, so these are going to be, I don't know. Okay, here's my next question. Do you want to do a super large, tall Christmas tree this way? Or do you want to do a horizontal scene with a lot of Christmas trees, some big, some small, this way? All right, so horizontal or vertical? This is horizontal, and this is vertical. So I'm going to take about 10 comments there. Let's see. The dark would be better. Okay, brown, tall, tall. Let's see what else I got. Vertical, lots of trees, vertical, horizontal, vertical, vertical. So tall, tall, vertical, vertical, vertical. Vertical is winning. All right. So the first 10 or 12 comments, vertical is winning. I had a few horizontals, but vertical is winning. So I'm going to do vertical. Okay. So we've narrowed down all of that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some painter's tape because I want to do, let me think if I should do painter's tape or not. Yes. I'm going to do painter's tape around the edges. And this this wood is almost like tobacco wood. I'm not going to lie to you. It's super coarse and old. And it's kind of light, which I like a lot. All right, so I am going to tape that off. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the background pretty dark. But I'm only going to use, we're going to have fun, y'all. This is going to be super fun. I'm only going to use black and white for the majority of the painting. Okay? I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, all right. I'm thinking. I'm going to use a really, really large paintbrush. So this paintbrush needs to be, I need to get in here. Okay, I'm going to have to stretch it out and push it around, dip it in the water. Let's get this baby all ready and flexible to use. Take my rag. It's still a little hard in there, so I'm trying to trying to get this paintbrush moving again. I haven't used it in a while and it's pretty stiff. Let me dip it in the water again. Okay, now it's starting to move for me. Okay, so I have a really, really soft paintbrush. Let me get some of that water out of it. And I'm just kind of getting it flexible for me. All right, so this is what I'm going to do first. I'm going to do very, very little of like a gray. Oops, sorry. Of like a gray. I want it to be kind of blackish gray. Okay, so I dabbed into just a little bit of the white, but mostly black. And I'm making it very, very, almost like a dry brush consistency. Yeah, okay, that's what I want. I want hardly any paint on here. I'm making this up, y'all, as I go. I just want to let y'all know. So there's no template and there's no reference photo or anything like that. So okay, you see how you can see kind of like, I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I'm hardly putting any color to it at all because it's already dark. I'm just adding a little bit. You can see a little bit of that black and gray coming through. Let me go one more time. I don't want to cover it completely. I just want it to have some kind of like some old dry brush. Instead of just a dark brown, I want it to have a little bit of a grayish, blackish. Okay, so you can see how rough this is. I'm going to show you close up. See how rough it is? But it's going to be super cool. Okay, so that's going to be step one. Just wanted to make it a little bit darker. That's all I wanted to do. And it was easier to make the dark brown darker than to start with the white background and make it darker. Yes, it is very, very dry wood. I wish she would add a link to her text. Miss Patty, are you not getting the text? Is that what you're saying? Are you a tribe sister or just a because I have two different text message links that I would need to put. If you're a tribe sister, I'll give it to you in the tribe Facebook group. If you're just a if you just come on these lives just like just a follower, then I can put that link in this let me go find the link real quick for you. I can put that link in here. So let's see. Add people, share the link, copy the link, and paste. So hopefully you are in Jensen Art and it should show up. The remind link is there. Yes. All right. Elizabeth got 3 text messages because you're probably on 3 different groups. That's why. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Hey, Connie. Hey, Patty and Amy and Missy Lane and Carrie. How are you today? And Cheryl. So glad y'all are here. Okay, so that's going to be step 1. Here is step 2. We are going to take just a flat brush, just a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller. And I want to make a straight line. So you could actually use any kind of paintbrush to make this straight line. And I am going to dig deep into this black. I'm going to dig deep into this black. I'm making myself nervous because I'm going all in. Are y'all ready? Okay. I'm going to make a straight line all the way down, almost all the way down. I'm going to make kind of like a hill. This is going to have a lot of snow right here. All right. Make some more straight lines. Okay, we're basically making our tree situation. I want one big tree, and then like way back here, I want some smaller ones. Okay. And this is going to be like a hill on top of a hill. This is going to be so much fun because I've been working all day on computer stuff. And I was like, man, I cannot wait till 3 o'clock gets here or 2 o'clock my time so I could paint, because I was just burnt out on all of the technology stuff I was doing. So here I am painting. Okay, let me think about this. I'm not going to do the trees yet because I want to have some fun. I want to have some fun back here first. So I'm going to grab into the white. I don't think this is the paintbrush I need because this paintbrush is not moving well enough for me. I'm going to grab a big fluffy filbert brush. Y'all see that? It's big and fluffy. So I'm going to grab some of this white. I'm only grabbing white, and I'm pretty much almost dry brushing this white on here. And I'm going to come over here. Yep, that's what I want. I want that texture of that wood to show through. You'll see how I'm going to dry brush this. So I'm basically like making some big, like clouds kind of like a little, I'm almost going like a blizzardy scene. Y'all, we had a blizzard here last week actually. So I'm just kind of having some fun. This is what I call releasing stress. Don't y'all think this is releasing stress? The text is remind. It should be. You have the option on remind. Who was that? Desiree? Let me let my dog in real quick, y'all. Come on, Stella. Desiree, when you join Remind, you have the option of either getting a message through email or text. So, all right. I love this already. Do y'all like it? I know it looks like absolutely nothing, but trust me. 73 today. Wow, we woke up to 22 degrees. But I love it. I really do. It's beautiful. Okay. I'm just going to play a little bit with this white. We're going to make some hills in here. Let me go back with some black. Same paintbrush. I'm not changing my paintbrush. It's actually some gray. Just playing. Let's go a little bit darker. Let's go with some of that black. There we go. I'm just kind of making some hills. Now let's go back in some of that white. Starting to make some piles of snow down here. Okay, I'm going to stop there with that. All right, now let's go back to our black lines. Oh, let me get rid of this glare. Let me get these black lines going. Okay, this is going to be my main tree right here. Okay, and that tree is going to go all the way to the top of this little hill. And then we're going to come back here with some of these smaller trees. And these trees are going to be kind of whimsical. Okay. Now I'm going to stay with that same paintbrush. And I'm going to start making some little curls all the way down. And this one is going to get wide and fat as I go. Okay, so I'm using a fun brush. It has a lot of play in it. It's very, very soft. It is from Hobby Lobby. It is a Fine Touch number 12. So it's basically like a round brush, and it's very, very soft and is moving very, very well. I love the Fine Touch paintbrushes. I probably use those the most. $60 degrees cold front, 70, supposed to be colder over the weekend, 75. Yes, I am so happy right now. I'm going to have such a better evening. Y'all know I'm going to have such a better evening. Michael's he usually comes home, he's like, how's your day? And if I've been on the computer all day, I'm like, oh, you know, I mean, you can only do so much computer stuff and then you're like done. But if I did a painting for the day and he's like, how was your day? I'm like, it was great. So yeah, I was so looking forward to coming on live with y'all today. It was great. I painted this and this and this. He's like, you need to paint more often. You're in a much better mood when I come home. All right. I think I want this to be even more whimsical. I'm going to go back with another layer of black. And you'll see how I'm moving this paintbrush. I'm just kind of making like some big checks. See how cute that is? And I'm going to go even further out right here. And I might come down even further. I want this tree to be the biggest tree, but I'm having trouble making him big. So I'm going to go back again. And I want this tree to be like way in front. So I think I'm going to come down further. There we go. Get some more of that black paint. Now the tree is not going to stay black. We're going to add a lot of snow on it. We're just making the background layer right now. So this painting is going to pop. Just wait. Trust the process. I promise you, you will love it. At least my vision in my head says that you will love it. Now the test is for it to come out the way I want it to come out. So yeah, if you are like me and you love to paint on wood, wood is my favorite thing to paint on, then go to those antique stores and find some old wood pieces. I'll show you something else I bought too. Let me see if I can grab it. These were also, I think I might have paid like $1 for these. They're super heavy. But I don't know, it looks like some old like molding in an old house. And so I was thinking about doing like a shelf sitter on it, on this part of it, and then leaving the old wood at the top. I don't know. I just thought they were cool. I bought a few of those as well. So that's the kind of stuff I like playing with when I have time to play. All right, let's make those other trees shoot out some more as well. Just a little bit thinner. I might need a thinner paintbrush. See how far back I'm holding my paintbrush too? It allows the paintbrush to move really easy. See, I'm holding it like almost a foot back from the end. Now we look like we have a bunch of bangs everywhere. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to clean that paintbrush off. Yeah, I love old barnwood too. An old baseboard. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I have two. I have two of them, I think. Okay. So, the next thing I want to do is start adding some snow, but I kind of have to let it dry a little bit before I do that. And I'm looking for, here, let me just use this. I have my blow dryer right there, but I don't feel like putting it on. This wood is really absorbing the paint really fast, so it's not going to take long for it to dry at all. Just this little part is still a little wet. You see how it looks like just by putting those swirly lines of gray and black, it looks like it's just like a really, really hilly mountainside, doesn't it? I love that. I love when things just happen without you even trying to get them to happen. Okay, I'm going to use my handy dandy blow dryer really quick. Okay, that's good. It looks like it's wet, but the paint is a little shiny. So that's what's happening. All right, now we're going to go back with the same paintbrush. Let me see if I can find the paintbrush I just had. Yes. All right, I'm going to go back with the same paintbrush, but this time I'm going to go into the white. And you see my white's kind of runny. And I want it to be kind of runny. All right. And let's see how I'm going to do this. I'm going to focus my strokes on the tops of these little wings I have going on here. Let me go. I'm scared. So I'm going to start down here to make some big ones, and then I'm going to come back and make them a little smaller. Okay, so far so good. Let me take a little break and look at him. He looks like he's crooked, huh? I started making a crooked tree. That's okay. He's just going to be crooked. Trying to give it some layers. All right, I might have to do a few layers. But I'm going to stop right there, and then I'm going to come over here. All right, so that's going to be layer one. Now I'm going to clean the paintbrush off, and I'm going to think about it for just a minute. Let's take a break from that while I think about it, and I'm going to add another little layer of white down here on my trees. Just a little bit. Not on my trees, on my hills. Okay. See how that paint is absorbed into that wood? I did not gesso the paint. And as I let it sit and as it's drying, the paint's kind of disappearing. Okay, and that's what gesso would do well for, but I didn't want gesso. I actually like the way it's coming out. All right, now we're going to go back to the black because I'm going to add another layer. I'm not just going to do one layer of black and one layer of white. I'm going to do black, white, black, white. And then we're going to put some red in it when we're done. Okay, so I'm not even letting the white dry because my vision is the white, when it touches the black paint, it's going to kind of make some grayness, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, so I'm going to kind of blend the colors as I go. Let's see how that's going to work. If my white is still wet, is kind of my, my vision there. My tree is crooked. I love it. See, I'm not getting a lot of gray happening because I think my white is already dry. So I'm going to make my own gray and I'm going to go back. Yeah, I want some of that. I want some of that in there. Look how crooked he is. He's leaning off to the side. I love it. That's the way our trees are around here. They all get blown to the east. The wind comes from the west and they all get blown. Yes, exactly. All trees are not straight. Perfect. All right, so I'm coming back with a little bit of gray. You get in this pattern and in this motion, you can just kind of feel it happening. Okay, now I'm going back to the white. So I have almost solid white on my paintbrush. All right, let's see if I can do this the way I want. Now it's making gray. Let me see if I go like this. See how I changed the way I'm holding the paintbrush? I'm just trying it a little bit different. Okay, so let me talk to you about what I'm trying to get going here. So I'm close to my final layer, and my final layer is going to be just that white. So I'm trying to make I'm trying to make it a little bit more realistic. Instead of all of the branches going to the right and to the left, I'm going to try to make some of the branches look like they're facing straight towards us. Okay, so in order to do that, I have to kind of make like this little area right here look like there's a branch coming out. Okay, and I'm going to do it again right here. Just like the tip of the branch is coming out towards us. All right, just trying to add a little bit more of the white on top. And if you overdo the white or you overdo the black, then just go back over it again, you know? Let it dry, and I love my crooked tree. I feel like this needs to come out a bunch. Like, come on, let's go, tree. We are going to a party over here. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, this side's half of it's gonna be hidden off of the canvas. A little bit too much white, so I'm coming back with some more black. Super, super cool. Now I'm coming back with a huge amount of white to get that final layer. Okay, let me do a little bit back here as well. Now these are further away, so they're kind of, because you know when it snows, if you've ever been in a snowstorm before, or just like rain or anything else, the further back the trees are, if it's really a snowstorm going on, you can't really see them very well. So these are going to be kind of a little muted back here. We don't want them to be so like solid white snow. So I'm going to come back with a little bit of gray. And the gray that I'm using is basically just the black and the white. Mixed together. This is so fun. I feel like I need some more white, like right on the edges of these little. Okay. And then I'm going to show you what my next part is. So, the next thing I'm going to do is the red. I'm going to add some red. And I love, you need like a really, really bright candy apple red to really, really make it pop. Okay. So let's see what y'all think. I love the tree. Can you see this? Yes, Miss Kay, I can see you. You're on YouTube. I can tell you're on YouTube because it shows me the little YouTube symbol. All right, I'm going to dip the back side of my paintbrush into the red paint. And I'm going to come over here to this beautiful tree. And I'm going to make some round balls. Now, if your red is not red enough and your red is very transparent, which is very possible if you're using a craft paint, then you may want to make white balls first and then come back on top with the red. And the red's going to show a lot better than doing what I'm doing. I'm using a really good paint, so it's very opaque and it pops. And the paint that I'm using, if you were wondering, is Blick Artist called Naphthol Crimson. It is my favorite red of all time. It is the red that I use for holiday red. All right, so these balls are going to be big because they're like a lot closer. Should I even put balls on the other trees? What do y'all think? Should I just do this one right here? Watch that red. That's going to just pop. What do y'all think? Let me get a little bit more paint on my brush. You can use the other end of the paintbrush just as easily as you can use this end. You know what other colors would look really good instead of just black and white? That really, really dark forest green instead of the black would be beautiful on this as well. If you did like a super, super dark forest green, like a sap green, man, that would pop if you did that. Okay, I need to stop with my balls because I'm just going on and on and on and on. I need one more. I see it. There's like an empty spot. Do y'all see it? Right here. I need another one. I need another one right there. And then I might even put some more branches over. Once it dries, I might even put some more branches over the balls because I don't want the balls to look like they're not inside the tree, like dancing with the tree. I want it to be inside the tree. So I would have to come back with a little bit more, like maybe like, I'm just going to show you. I know I'm probably going to make a mess, but like I would come back over like that to make some of the balls look like they're actually part of, you know, being inside the tree. But you have to let that red dry before you do that. You can't do that before the red dries. Okay, I've decided I'm only putting the red on that one tree. Yes, this will be on replay, Pam. Okay, and then I am going to I'm going to let that red dry. I'm trying to think what else I should do. I'm going to let the red dry some, and then I'm going to highlight the red with a little bit of a white. But in the meantime, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pull this off. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, we're going to pull this off. And then this is what we're going to do now. This is the fun part. We're going to take a bunch of white paint. And we are going to use, I like to use to do the, I'm doing the sprinkle, you know, this, when you just go crazy with the paint and let it like spray all over the place. I like to use a large fan brush to do that. I know everybody uses different things. Here I have a medium-sized fan brush that I see. I don't see my large fan brush in here. No, I have two different ones. Okay, so I'm going to use a fan brush. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to dip. You want clean water. You don't want dirty water. So my water is kind of medium dirty. You want really, really clean water because you want your white to stay white. You don't want to dip your white paint and mix it with, you know, brown water, and then you get like this really nasty looking white. And I'm saying that because we're going like super, super thin with our white paint. And I love to do this. I love to take a paintbrush. Okay. One of the paintbrushes. Now I'm going to test this before I just start putting it on my board because I don't want it to be too thick. Okay. So I'm just going to take the side of the paintbrush. All right, so that's layer one. And depending on how thick your paint is, determines how big your splash is going to be. Like the snowflakes. I want to go super crazy on this. I want it to almost look like it's a blizzard because I think it'll be really pretty. And you see that that wood is soaking up that white so much you can hardly see it on the outside. There we go. I want some big ones too. My cell phone's getting all nasty. Okay. Did I overdo it? What do y'all think? I like it. I'm going to put a couple of big ones up here. Y'all, we sometimes have snowflakes here that are like literally like this big. Like each snowflake is about that big. It's so much fun to watch them fall. Isn't this pretty? I want some really big ones out here somewhere. I'm going to put a couple out here. All right, if you think it's too much, which I'm kind of looking at it, I'm like, I might have overdone it a little bit, but not really. Isn't it cute? And then here's another idea. once it dries, I have enough room to, like, I don't know, maybe I could write something up here in red. Wouldn't that be pretty? And then if I feel like it's a little bit too much sprinkly, I can always come back after it dries and add another, like up. Like you see this right here, I messed this up. It has a little bit of red right in there. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to have to come back over that with white, and I'm going to have to fix that. But isn't this the most beautiful thing ever? I love Christmas trees and I love snow. So you put those two things together and this just makes me happy. Love the black and white with a touch of red. Yes. What size board is this? I have no idea. I'm going to guess, before I measure it, I'm going to guess 20 by 10. And this is 19 and this is 11 and a half. So I was close. This is an old cabinet door that I bought at an antique store, like a thrift store. It's just an old cabinet door. You can see how it was, it has like the raised. So you can even put something else on the back of it and make it like have something on one side and then something on the other. So y'all see why I think the dark background worked better for me, because of what I was trying to do. My vision actually kind of came to life. It actually looks very similar to what I was hoping it would look like. So yeah. So we used an old board that was really, really rough. The paint soaked into the board pretty well, which it might even continue to soak in as things dry. So I'm going to have to come back and oh, this is bothering me. This is not round. I want it to be round. And I just use black, white, and red. I just use black, white, and red. And I really, really love it. I hope y'all love it too. All right, guys. You are so good at painting. Thank you, Michael. I just love it. And I've been doing it for 6.5 years, almost daily. So, give yourself some grace if you're just starting and yours doesn't come out, exactly like you want it to come out. If I would have painted this same exact thing 6.5 years ago, it probably would not look like it looks right now. So we've had that conversation before. Go back. If you've been painting for about a year, go back and look at something that you've done at the beginning. Grab one of your first pieces that you've ever done and repaint the same exact thing now. And look at the difference in those two. It's a very, very fun practice tool to use to make yourself feel better about where you are. Because in 2 years or even in 1 year, I will redo this painting again and it will look even better than it does now. So just keep that in mind. We're always, always learning. And the only way that you get better is to practice and give yourself some grace. And yes. Oh, Cindy, big snowflakes are amazing. I'm going to have to send you a video of Michael standing in the snow. And they're like falling on his shoulders and they're just like, it's crazy. So thank y'all so much for being here today. And I am so glad that y'all like it. The name of the red paint again it's from Blick.com, which I have an affiliate link to Blick. And you go to Blick.com is the name of the website. And it is Blick Artist Acrylics. The name of the red is Naphthol Crimson. You can't see the crimson because I have paint all over it. But it's called Naphthol Crimson. I'm going to put it in the comments before I get off of here. Blick.com. How do you spell Naphthol. I was a math teacher, y'all, not an English teacher. We have that conversation all the time in our tribe. All right, there we go. Naphthol Crimson. All right, guys, thank y'all so much for being here today. Have a great day, and I will see you again next time on New Technique Wednesday. Bye.